Hi, it's Ilona here. Today I'd like to share with you how I repot my Sedirea Japonica in a little different way that suits my growing environment. So I've decided to share my repotting of this Sedirea Japonica with you. So it's finished. It had 2 spikes. It was very, very nice when I got it. I got it at the last orchid meeting, which is a month ago, because tomorrow is the next meeting. I'm looking forward to getting something new. So I took it out. It was in this moss here. All right. And you can see it's not too bad. I mean, it looks as if it was just on the verge of getting into big trouble. I'm soaking it in this mixture, or just hydrogen peroxide, it's not a mixture, to kill whatever I can. And then I'm going to trim it, trim the dead ones off that I can, and let it sit there for a few minutes in the hydrogen peroxide. And in the meantime, I am sterilizing my clay balls. Now, I use these clay balls because I prefer them to the bark, and then I can sterilize them and reuse them. So what I will do is I will mix, when they've finished boiling and I've cooled them, I will mix them with some of this sphagnum moss, and maybe 2/3 of the little clay balls and 1/3 of the moss, and hoping that because the plant grew in moss, its roots at a cellular level are accustomed to the moss. So I'm hoping to make the transition, the repotting, less stressful by having some moss mixed in with I should say, with the those balls that are busy boiling away. And perhaps that will make it be less stressful on the plant. The leaves look pretty good and everything, so I have hope for it. I think it'll be okay. Now, keeping in mind, I've been keeping in mind what Danny, Miss Orchid Girl, said, that growers do grow things in the plants in moss because it's cheaper for them. They don't have to water as often, it's lighter, it isn't a mess. I mean, if I knock if I have my plants growing in those clay balls and I knock the plant over while I'm collecting clay balls all over from my kitchen floor, I mean, a grower can't do that. So by using the moss, they don't have to water as often, it's lightweight, it's not messy, so it's perfect for them. Although after a while it's not perfect for the plant. So I'm trying to keep more optimistic, because usually if I take the moss off the roots and I see that, I keep thinking, oh, I kind of get upset. But now I'm rethinking how I'm looking at this. I'm thinking, yes, because the growers use the moss, I can get the orchids at a better price. Miss Danny said, suggested that if they didn't, the orchids could cost somewhere in the neighborhood of $100. And I believe that. Years and years and years ago, I bought an orchid, maybe 25 years ago, and I paid $75 for it. So you're looking at 25 years ago, $75. What would that be equivalent to today? So now I'm just looking at it, and I'm hearing Danny's voice telling me that, you know what, it's okay, it's a good thing, because it makes the orchids cost less, and I know that I can, in most instances, regrow it with the good roots, etc. So basically what I'm going to do now is let these balls continue to boil, and then let them cool, drain them, let them cool, rinse them off, or I should say drain them, rinse them off, drain them again, and let them cool, and then mix 2/3, 1/3, and then pot it up in a new, I'll go get the new pot. But if you'll notice, I tried to give it more air here for the month that I've had it, and I just poked holes in it, and I think that helped a bit. But I've had it a month, and the flowers were quite nice. I didn't feel like doing any videos the last little while. Too many things are going on in my life, but now I feel like doing it again. So I'll share this with you. And we can watch how this goes. When I'm ready to repot it, I'll show you my mixture, and then I'll do that. So I'm just going to stop here and continue later. So now I'm going to drain this, take this over. There, put this back. There, so. Okay, so now the balls are not dry, are cool off. I'm mixing them up with the sphagnum moss, and I'm going to put a few. Oh, I chose this particular. It looks big, but it's only 4 inches, so I think that's. You know what? Yeah, might be big, but I'm going to do that. So just quickly do this. Here you can see kind of how it looks. Stick this in here. Stick this in here, and then I'll fill it up, and I'll get back to you when I've filled it. Okay, I've changed my mind. I think that's going to be too much space in there, so I'm going to do it in this little one. Because it doesn't matter if the roots are tight. They like it tight, so I'm going to try. So I'm going to do it in this one. I'll get back to you. Okay, I've changed my mind again. Once I put it in here, that seems too tight, so I am going to put it into this one. Okay, I finished it. You can see. I think this will be okay. I wish there was sort of one in between that little one and this one. This is like a 4-inch one, and the other one is supposed to be a 3-inch one, but it looks so much larger. So I've got it in here, and I'm going to stick the label back in and record that I have repotted this in June of this year. So then I can just watch it grow. I'll put it into an area that's not quite as bright for, I don't know, a few weeks to let it get used to the new pot, new media, and then I'm looking forward to more blossoms from this sweet little Sedirea Japonica. I've watered it, and I've put it into the little decorative pot, and then I'm going to take it over and put it in here in a little shady-ish spot in front of my curly fern. There, I'll get a better picture this way. Yep, so I should be okay there. Other things are growing quite nicely here. I have high expectations, but foreigners. Did you hear my husband's comment when I said high expectations? So, anyway. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please subscribe.